It's scary what Nostradamus predicts for Melania Trump. You might think it sounds like something out of a movie, but the truth is often stranger than fiction. Nostradamus, the 16th century seer, has been credited with foretelling predictions that seem to touch upon the former First Lady herself. Consider this. Nostradamus predicted by saying, "The hidden false Trump will be exposed. The royal child will overcome his uncle. In a strange country, he will make his mark. A woman of power, his mother will be. Her fate, uncertain, as the eagle soars." In this video, we will unravel the mysteries of this prophecy of Nostradamus and how they relate to Melania Trump. Are these predictions merely coincidences, or do they hint at something more profound and unsettling about her future? We'll dive deep into the astonishing predictions and explore their potential impact not just on Melania, but on the world at large. Together we will discover the shocking revelations that have yet to come to pass, and why these particular predictions are capturing global attention. Prepare yourself for a journey through time, filled with unexpected twists and chilling foresights that will leave you questioning what you thought you knew about destiny and fate. So, sit tight and stay with us as we explore. What does Nostradamus predict for Melania Trump, and why is it so shocking? You won't want to miss a second of this fascinating exploration into the world of prophecies and predictions. Now, let's get into the heart of Nostradamus's prophecies and uncover the secrets he foresaw for Melania Trump. To truly understand the weight of Nostradamus's predictions, we need to delve into the life and legacy of the man himself. Nostradamus's lack of predetermined knowledge might have allowed him to make flexible predictions about various events. Though often associated with apocalyptic prophecies, Nostradamus's life was dedicated to medicine. Despite coming from a noble family and receiving a good education, little is known about his personal life. He gained fame after publishing Les Prophéties in 1555, a collection of poetic verses covering a wide range of topics including natural disasters, global conflicts, and social issues. Skeptics argue that Nostradamus's quatrains are so vague that they can be molded to fit any event after it has occurred. However, his supporters maintain that the sheer number of accurately predicted events cannot be mere coincidence. They point to the specific details in some quatrains that align closely with actual historical occurrences. One of the most compelling aspects of Nostradamus' work is its enduring relevance. More than 450 years after his death, people still turn to his prophecies for insight and foresight. His ability to capture the imagination of generations speaks to a deep human desire to understand and foresee the future, especially in times of uncertainty and change. Understanding Nostradamus is crucial when evaluating his predictions about Melania Trump. Was he a true prophet, a master of coincidence, or simply a skilled writer whose work has been misinterpreted over the centuries? As we move forward, we will examine the mysteries behind his predictions and why they continue to resonate with Melania today. As First Lady, Melania Trump was known for her elegance and reserved public persona. She focused on initiatives aimed at children's well-being, including her Be Best campaign, which addressed issues such as cyberbullying and opioid abuse. Despite facing intense public scrutiny and numerous controversies surrounding her husband's presidency, Melania maintained a dignified presence. Since leaving the White House, Melania has kept a relatively low profile, focusing on her family and personal projects. Her post-White House life has been a subject of much speculation, with the public keen to know how she will navigate her future after such a tumultuous period in the political spotlight. Understanding Melania Trump's background and public life is essential as we explore Nostradamus's predictions about her. The shocking predictions for Melania Trump. Now, let's dive into the heart of this video, the shocking predictions that Nostradamus may have made about Melania Trump. Nostradamus's quatrains have been interpreted in many ways over the centuries, and some modern analysts believe that certain verses could be referring to Melania Trump and her future. First, let's examine quatrain 9-23, which has been interpreted by some as a prediction involving a woman of power in the West. The quatrain reads, "The royal child will overcome his uncle. In a strange country, he will make his mark. A woman of power, his mother will be. Her fate, uncertain, as the eagle soars." While this quatrain is typically associated with political power struggles, some analysts have speculated that the woman of power, could refer to Melania Trump. The eagle is often a symbol of America, and the uncertain fate could hint at Melania's future, filled with potential challenges and transformations. Another quatrain that raises eyebrows is 431. The moon in the full of night over the high mountain, the new sage with a lone brain sees it, by his disciples invited to be immortal, eyes to the south, hands in bosoms, bodies in the fire. In this verse, the moon and high mountain could be symbolic of Melania's rise to prominence from humble beginnings. The new sage could represent Nostradamus himself, foreseeing the significant impact Melania might have. Eyes to the south might be a reference to her being in the spotlight, while hands in bosoms, bodies in the fire could imply the intense scrutiny and challenges she faces. Moving on, quatrain 613 is particularly intriguing. A great one of the foreign land will come, to rise above the law of the land. The blonde one will rule the kingdom, but the lady's fate lies in the stars. This quatrain has often been linked to Donald Trump due to the reference to the blonde one. However, the line, "the lady's fate lies in the stars," suggests that Melania's destiny is intertwined with cosmic forces beyond her control. This could be seen as a metaphor for the unpredictability and potential turbulence in her future. Nostradamus's prophecies often speak in broad terms, but the specificity of these quatrains invites deeper analysis. Some interpreters suggest that Melania might face significant challenges in her personal and public life, including scrutiny, unexpected changes, and a possible reinvention of her public image. For instance, the uncertain fate mentioned in the quatrains could imply potential political or social upheavals that might impact Melania directly. Given her high-profile status, any significant events in her life would undoubtedly attract media attention and public interest. Nostradamus's prophecies often highlight the idea of change and transformation, which could suggest that Melania might undergo a major shift in her life path or public role. Furthermore, the mention of hands in bosoms, bodies in the fire could be interpreted as a symbol of intense emotional or physical trials. This might refer to personal struggles or public controversies that Melania could face. It's worth noting that Nostradamus often used symbolic language to convey deeper meanings, so these phrases might hint at challenges that test Melania's resilience and character. It's also possible that Nostradamus's predictions are not solely about negative outcomes. The idea of fate lying in the stars can also be seen as a potential for greatness or a significant impact on the world. Melania might find herself in a position where she can influence or inspire others in unexpected ways. The cryptic nature of Nostradamus' writings leaves room for various interpretations, and it's this ambiguity that makes his prophecies so fascinating. Now, let's compare these interpretations with biblical prophecies that share similar themes of power, destiny, challenges, and transformation. Consider Esther 4:14. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place, but you and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this? Esther, a queen of foreign origins, rises to power and faces immense challenges. Her fate and actions are pivotal for her people, similar to how Melania Trump's prominence and potential influence are seen as significant. Next, Daniel 2:21. He changes times and seasons. He deposes kings and raises up others. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to the discerning. This prophecy speaks of the rise and fall of rulers and the influence of divine forces on human destiny. This aligns with the idea of Melania's fate being influenced by cosmic forces and the unpredictability of her future. Revelation 12:1-2 offers another parallel. A great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head. She was pregnant and cried out in pain as she was about to give birth. The imagery of a woman with celestial associations and significant destiny resonates with the interpretation of Melania Trump's fate being tied to cosmic forces and her potential to face great trials. Lastly, Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. The assurance of divine support in the face of challenges resonates with the interpretation of Melania Trump potentially facing significant personal and public trials. The promise of strength and resilience parallels the idea of her enduring intense scrutiny and challenges. Nostradamus's quatrains, when interpreted in the context of Melania Trump, share fascinating similarities with various biblical prophecies. Both sets of prophecies explore themes of rise to power, destiny influenced by larger forces, and the challenges that come with prominence. Whether you believe in these prophecies or not, they offer a captivating lens through which to view the potential future of one of the most intriguing figures of our time. What do you think? Could these ancient prophecies really be about Melania Trump? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more intriguing analyses. To delve deeper into the possible implications of these prophecies, let's consider how Melania's public persona and past actions align with these predictions. Melania's journey from Slovenia to becoming the First Lady of the United States is nothing short of remarkable. This transition from a relatively unknown model to one of the most recognized women in the world fits well with the idea of a woman of power rising to prominence. In the political landscape, few figures are as prominent as Donald Trump and his wife, Melania Trump. Their journey towards the White House in 2024 is a testament to their resilience and determination. Trump's previous victory was a resounding one, and this time, Melania continues to stand by his side, providing unwavering support. As they navigate the path to the final race in November 2024, their faith has become a beacon of hope and inspiration for many. Her role as First Lady brought her both admiration and criticism. Admirers praised her for her fashion sense, composure, and dedication to her initiatives. Critics, however, often scrutinized her for her perceived lack of vocal advocacy on pressing political issues and her support for her husband's policies and rhetoric. The former First Lady of the United States has often expressed her faith publicly, revealing a deep connection with her Catholic beliefs. Her faith journey offers a unique perspective on the intersection of faith and public life, reminiscent of biblical figures who lived out their faith under public scrutiny. During her first public speech as the First Lady, Melania opened her remarks with the Lord's Prayer. This public declaration of faith is reminiscent of Daniel's unashamed prayer in Daniel 6, despite the decree that forbade prayer to any god or human except the king. Melania's faith journey, from her childhood in Slovenia to her role as the First Lady of the United States, is a testament to the enduring power of faith. Her public expressions of faith serve as a reminder of the biblical exhortation in Hebrews 10:23. Let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for he who promised is faithful. One other most notable instance of Melania expressing her faith was during her visit to the Vatican in 2017. During a private audience with Pope Francis, Melania presented a rosary for the Pope to bless. This act of faith is reminiscent of the biblical account of the woman who touched the hem of Jesus' garment in faith and was healed. Matthew 9:20-22. The Pope's blessing of the rosary, a significant symbol of Catholic devotion, was a profound affirmation of Melania's faith. Melania's faith was also evident in her wedding to Donald Trump in 2005, held in an Episcopal church. Instead of a traditional bouquet, Melania chose to carry a rosary down the aisle. Throughout their journey, the Trumps have been open about their faith, frequently expressing their belief in God. Their recent statements about their faith have been particularly impactful, resonating with many people around the world. Melania's faith, in particular, has been a source of intrigue and admiration. In the early days of Trump's campaign, the faith of Donald Trump was a topic of intense discussion among both his supporters and detractors. However, Melania's faith remained somewhat of a mystery until a pivotal moment in 2017. During a meeting with the Pope, Melania revealed her Christian faith by presenting a rosary for the Pope to bless. The Pope responded by placing his hand over hers and making the sign of the cross, a gesture that holds deep significance for Christians. This moment was a profound affirmation of Melania's faith, and she later expressed her humility and gratitude for the experience on social media. The Trumps' wedding ceremony in 2005, held in an Episcopal church, further highlighted Melania's deep-rooted faith. Instead of a traditional bouquet, Melania chose to carry a rosary down the aisle, symbolizing her commitment to her faith. Her first public speech as the First Lady also reflected her faith, as she began her remarks with the Lord's Prayer. The Trumps' faith is not just personal, but also forms a significant part of their public persona. For example, Nostradamus predicted the rise of powerful leaders and significant political shifts, many of which have been linked to actual historical figures and events. If his prophecies about Melania Trump hold similar weight, they could indicate future developments that will shape her public and personal life. As moving forward, we'll investigate these predictions further, examining their plausibility and seeking expert opinions on how likely these prophecies are to come true. Stay tuned as we continue to unravel the mysteries surrounding Nostradamus and Melania Trump. Analyzing the predictions. Now that we've explored the specific quatrains and the potential connections to Melania Trump, it's time to analyze the plausibility of these predictions. Are these just coincidences, or do they hold water under scrutiny? To find out, we need to delve deeper into the interpretation of Nostradamus's work and seek expert opinions. Nostradamus's predictions have been both celebrated and criticized for their ambiguity. This vagueness allows for a broad range of interpretations, making it possible to link his quatrains to various events and individuals. Critics argue that the generality of his predictions means they can be retrofitted to fit almost any situation. However, the accuracy of some of his forecasts has led many to believe there is something more profound at play. One of the key aspects to consider is the historical context of Nostradamus's writings. Living in the 16th century, Nostradamus was influenced by the political, social, and religious upheavals of his time. His quatrains often reflect the fears and hopes of that era, which can sometimes align with contemporary events purely by chance. However, some quatrains seem eerily specific, prompting further investigation. To understand the likelihood of Nostradamus's predictions about Melania Trump coming true, we must examine his track record. Nostradamus has been credited with predicting events such as the French Revolution, the rise of Napoleon, and the recent eclipse. Each of these events has been linked to specific quatrains that appear to describe them with remarkable accuracy. In the case of Melania Trump, the interpretations of quatrains 9-23, 4-31, and 6-13 are speculative but intriguing. Experts in the field of prophecy and historical analysis offer mixed views. Some believe that the patterns observed in Nostradamus's work point to a higher likelihood of his predictions having some basis in reality. They argue that while not every quatrain may be precisely accurate, the overarching themes and trends provide valuable insights. On the other hand, skeptics maintain that Nostradamus' writings are a form of literary Rorschach test, where people see what they want to see. They emphasize the importance of critical thinking and caution against taking these predictions at face value without concrete evidence. To further dissect these predictions, we can turn to astrology and other forms of divination that Nostradamus himself utilized. By examining Melania Trump's astrological chart and comparing it with the themes present in the quatrains, we can gain additional perspective. Astrologers might look at her birth chart to identify potential periods of significant change or challenge, which could align with the prophecies. Additionally, historical patterns and social dynamics play a crucial role in understanding the context of these predictions. The political landscape in the United States and globally is constantly evolving, and high-profile figures like Melania Trump are often at the center of public interest and scrutiny. Predicting the future in such a volatile environment is inherently uncertain, but it also opens the door to fascinating possibilities. One aspect that adds credibility to the analysis is the consistency of certain themes across Nostradamus's predictions. The notion of powerful individuals facing trials, transformations, and public scrutiny is a recurring motif in his work. This aligns with the challenges Melania Trump has faced and might continue to face as a public figure. In conclusion, while the analysis of Nostradamus's predictions about Melania Trump is not definitive, it offers a thought-provoking exploration of the intersections between prophecy, history, and contemporary events. The true test of these predictions will be time and how future events unfold. Whether these prophecies are a mere coincidence or hold deeper meaning, they undoubtedly capture the imagination and curiosity of those who delve into their mysteries. In the next section, we will explore the potential impact of these predictions on Melania Trump and the world at large. How might these prophecies shape public perception, and what implications could they have for her future? Stay tuned as we continue this captivating journey into the unknown. Impact on Melania Trump and the world. As we delve deeper into the implications of Nostradamus' predictions, it's essential to consider how these prophecies could impact Melania Trump personally and the broader world. Whether one believes in the literal truth of Nostradamus' quatrains or views them as metaphorical, their potential influence on public perception and Melania's future cannot be ignored. Firstly, let's examine how these predictions might affect Melania Trump on a personal level. If the prophecies suggesting an uncertain fate and significant challenges are taken seriously, they could add a layer of stress and anxiety to her already complex life. Public figures often find themselves under intense scrutiny, and prophecies like these can exacerbate the pressures they face. Melania might feel an added burden to live up to or avoid the scenarios predicted, impacting her decisions and actions. Furthermore, the prophecies could shape how the public views Melania Trump. Nostradamus' predictions have a way of capturing the imagination, and people might begin to see her through the lens of these prophecies. This could lead to increased media attention and public speculation about her every move. If the public starts to believe that Melania's life is unfolding according to Nostradamus' quatrains, it could alter her public image, casting her as a figure of mystery and intrigue. On a broader scale, the impact of these predictions extends beyond Melania herself. Nostradamus' prophecies have historically sparked discussions and debates about destiny, fate, and the nature of foresight. The notion that significant future events can be foretold touches on deep-seated human curiosity and the desire to understand the unknown. In this sense, the predictions about Melania Trump could reignite interest in Nostradamus and his work, leading to renewed discussions about the nature of prophecy. These prophecies could also influence public discourse and media narratives. News outlets and commentators might explore the predictions, using them as a lens to analyze Melania's actions and potential future developments. This can create a feedback loop where the prophecies shape public opinion, and public opinion, in turn, influences how the prophecies are interpreted. Additionally, the global context cannot be ignored. Melania Trump is a prominent figure not just in the United States but around the world. Her actions and decisions often have international repercussions, and any significant changes in her life could have a ripple effect globally. For instance, if the prophecies suggest a major transformation in her role, it might impact international relations, particularly if she takes on a more active role in diplomacy or global initiatives. Moreover, the influence of these prophecies might extend to the realm of politics. If Nostradamus' predictions are seen as credible by certain segments of the population, they could influence political discourse and decision-making. Politicians and public figures might reference these prophecies in their speeches or campaigns, using them to bolster their arguments or to sway public opinion. Another aspect to consider is the psychological impact on Melania and those close to her. Prophecies, especially when they suggest significant challenges or uncertainties, can create a sense of foreboding. This might affect not only Melania, but also her family and inner circle, potentially influencing their personal and professional decisions. The idea of fate and prophecy also raises broader philosophical and ethical questions. If one believes that certain events are predestined, how does that affect free will and personal agency? Melania Trump, like any individual, has the power to shape her own destiny through her choices and actions. The prophecies might serve as a reminder of the importance of resilience and determination in the face of uncertainty. In conclusion, Nostradamus' predictions about Melania Trump, whether taken literally or metaphorically, have the potential to impact her personally, influence public perception, and shape broader societal and political narratives. The true significance of these prophecies will unfold over time, as future events either align with or diverge from the predicted outcomes. In the final section, we will summarize our exploration and provide some concluding thoughts on the fascinating intersection of prophecy, history, and contemporary figures like Melania Trump. Stay with us as we wrap up this intriguing journey. Conclusion. As we've explored, the prophecies of Nostradamus continue to captivate and intrigue, offering a lens through which to view the lives of prominent figures like Melania Trump. Whether these predictions hold any truth or are merely fascinating coincidences, they provide a unique perspective on how we understand destiny and fate. Melania Trump's journey from Slovenia to the White House is a remarkable story in itself, and the idea that her future might have been foretold centuries ago adds an element of mystique. As we watch her navigate her post-First Lady life, It will be interesting to see if any of Nostradamus's predictions come to pass. Nostradamus's work has long been a subject of fascination, not just because of his alleged predictive abilities, but also due to the cryptic and poetic nature of his quatrains. His prophecies have sparked countless debates, books, and documentaries, each attempting to decode the meaning behind his words. This enduring interest highlights a fundamental aspect of human nature, our desire to foresee and understand the future. The story of Melania Trump, set against the backdrop of Nostradamus's prophecies, is a compelling narrative that blends historical intrigue with contemporary relevance. Melania's transformation from a model in Slovenia to the First Lady of the United States is a journey marked by resilience, adaptation, and public scrutiny. The notion that such a journey could have been predicted by Nostradamus adds a layer of depth and curiosity. Throughout this video, we've explored specific quatrains and their possible connections to Melania Trump. Quatrain 9-23, with its mention of a woman of power and an uncertain fate, resonates with Melania's rise and the challenges she faces. Quatrain 431, describing the moon over the high mountain and bodies in the fire, can be interpreted as symbolic of Melania's ascent to prominence and the intense scrutiny she endures. And Quatrain 6-13, suggesting that the lady's fate lies in the stars, aligns with the unpredictability and significance of her public role. These prophecies, while intriguing, are open to interpretation. The ambiguity of Nostradamus's language allows for multiple readings, each adding a new dimension to our understanding. This flexibility is part of what makes his work so captivating. It invites us to ponder the possibilities and to look for connections that might not be immediately obvious. One of the most compelling aspects of Nostradamus's predictions is their ability to spark discussion and debate. People are naturally drawn to mysteries and the unknown, and Nostradamus provides a rich tapestry of enigmas to explore. His work encourages us to think critically about the nature of prediction, coincidence, and the unfolding of historical events. For Melania Trump, being associated with such prophecies could have both positive and negative effects. On one hand, it adds a layer of intrigue to her public persona, making her an even more fascinating figure. On the other hand, it could increase the pressure and scrutiny she faces as people look for signs that the prophecies are coming true. The question of whether faith is a belief or a choice is a subject of much debate. Some argue that faith is innate, a gift from God as suggested in Ephesians 2:8. For it is by grace you have been saved, through faith, and this is not from yourselves, it is the gift of God. Others contend that faith is a choice, a conscious decision to trust in God, reflecting the biblical principle of free will. Faith, a deeply personal and profound aspect of human life, is often seen as a choice. This perspective aligns with the biblical teaching in Joshua 24:15. But if serving the Lord seems undesirable to you, then choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve. However, it's not something one is inherently born with, like a physical trait. Instead, faith is something that one chooses to have and must consciously nurture and cultivate every day, much like the parable of the sower in Matthew 13, where the seeds, the word of God, that fell on good soil produced a crop. The responsibility of choosing our beliefs rests with us as individuals. Our beliefs shape our understanding of reality and influence our actions. They are not merely intellectual constructs, but are deeply intertwined with our emotions, both conscious and unconscious. This is reminiscent of Proverbs 23:7. For as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Belief is not always synonymous with truth. One can choose to believe something, but that doesn't necessarily make it true. This is similar to the biblical account of Thomas in John 20:24-29, who chose not to believe in Christ's resurrection until he saw the evidence for himself. Negative or pessimistic beliefs, while they may be held strongly, can have detrimental effects on one's environment and well-being, much like the destructive power of sin described in Romans 6:23. Belief in God in particular can be a complex issue. For some, belief in God comes naturally, perhaps due to being raised in a religious home or having a powerful religious experience, much like Paul's conversion on the road to Damascus in Acts 9. For others, belief in God doesn't come as easily. It's not something that one can simply will into existence. However, it is possible to cultivate a religious mindset over time. by making certain lifestyle choices, such as regularly attending a place of worship, immersing oneself in sacred texts, meditating on the virtues of the faith's founders, and surrounding oneself with fellow believers, one can foster an environment conducive to faith. This process is akin to the transformation described in Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. While some people might be more inclined towards belief or unbelief due to factors like genetics or upbringing, the role of nurture cannot be underestimated. If a child is not taught about religion, they may grow up without a religious framework. This aligns with Proverbs 22:6. Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. Religious belief can be seen as a cultural trait, passed down from generation to generation, much like the Israelites passing down the laws and teachings of God to their children, as instructed in Deuteronomy 6:6-7. Belief in God appears to be both a choice and influenced by certain predisposing factors. It's a deeply personal matter, shaping our actions, aspirations, and understanding of the world. As Christians, we are called to continually nurture and deepen our faith, trusting in God's guidance and grace. In examining the potential impact of these predictions, it's important to consider the broader context. Nostradamus's prophecies often reflect the anxieties and hopes of his time, and their relevance today speaks to ongoing human concerns. The idea of fate and destiny, the rise and fall of powerful individuals, and the search for meaning in historical patterns are themes that resonate across generations. Furthermore, Nostradamus's work can be seen as a reminder of the complexities of human history. His quatrains often describe turbulent times and significant changes, mirroring the uncertainties and challenges that we face in the modern world. By looking to the past and considering these predictions, we can gain insights into how people have historically understood and navigated uncertainty. As we conclude this video, it's worth reflecting on what Nostradamus's prophecies can teach us about the present and the future. While we may never know for certain whether his predictions are accurate, they serve as a catalyst for exploration and reflection. They challenge us to think about the nature of time, fate, and human agency. Melania Trump's story, intertwined with these ancient prophecies, reminds us that history is a complex and multifaceted tapestry. Her journey, marked by significant achievements and challenges, is a testament to the power of resilience and adaptability. Whether or not Nostradamus foresaw her path, her story is one of intrigue and inspiration. What do you think about Nostradamus's prophecies? Are they mere speculation, or do they hold deeper truths? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the mysterious world of prophecies, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing content. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay curious. The exploration of Nostradamus's work and its connection to contemporary figures like Melania Trump offers a unique opportunity to delve into the intersections of history, mystery, and modernity. It reminds us that the search for meaning is a timeless endeavor, one that continues to captivate and inspire. As we wrap up, let's consider the legacy of Nostradamus and the enduring power of his prophecies. They have sparked imagination and curiosity for centuries, inviting each generation to seek connections between the past and the present. In a world where uncertainty is a constant, these prophecies provide a framework for contemplating the unknown and exploring the possibilities that lie ahead. Whether you are a believer in the power of prophecy or a skeptic who values critical thinking, there is no denying the allure of Nostradamus's quatrains. They challenge us to think deeply, to question our assumptions, and to engage with the mysteries of existence. In doing so, they offer a fascinating lens through which to view the world and our place within it. So, as you go about your day, take a moment to reflect on the stories and predictions that shape our understanding of the world. Whether they come from ancient texts or modern narratives, these stories have the power to inspire, to challenge, and to provoke thought. And in that, they hold a timeless appeal. Thank you once again for joining us. Stay tuned for more explorations into the intriguing world of prophecies, mysteries, and historical enigmas. Until then, keep your mind open, your curiosity alive, and your spirit adventurous. The journey is just beginning.